now with our friend and chief legal analyst, Dan Abrams, also New York Times best-selling author, has a new book out today. That's right. Cheers for that. It's called Theodore Roosevelt for the Defense. Welcome back to
Thank
This
you.
is fascinating. Teddy Roosevelt, one of our most iconic, famous presidents. This is actually about a trial that happened to him after he left the White House. It was called the trial of the century.
At the time, yeah. I mean, it was covered everywhere. This is the former president of the United States testifying for 8 days in his own defense. And we have the full transcript of the trial. And Franklin Roosevelt testified for him in the case. So it's this fascinating trial where Roosevelt is really defending his legacy. And he's being cross-examined by a lawyer who, A, doesn't like him personally, and B, disagrees with him politically. And it makes for just fascinating reading.
What
and
had been said about him?
So basically, he had accused a political boss of being corrupt. He had said that this guy's corrupt and he's in cahoots with the Democrats and the Republicans are working together, et cetera. And the guy sues him. He says, you called me corrupt. That's libelous. And the case goes to trial. And as you can imagine, not just the former president of the United States, but someone, as you point out, who's as iconic as Teddy Roosevelt and as outspoken as Teddy Roosevelt, every newspaper in America was there covering the case. And somehow it became a footnote to history. And so David Fisher and I, my co-author, sort of try to bring it back to life using the transcript of the actual trial, Roosevelt's own words, to tell the story.
Footnote to history, but you're saying it's relevant to today.
Oh, sure. I mean, look, when you talk about all the fights that are ongoing today, you talk about people accusing people of political corruption, money in politics. These are all the same issues that were coming up then. And again, the idea, Donald Trump right now is being sued by a number of people. Who knows what's going to happen with those cases? But you can imagine the former president of the United States on the stand for 8 days being cross-examined by someone who doesn't like him. And it makes for fascinating reading.
And like you say, you've uncovered almost this hidden history, so famous then, but had been forgotten for so long.
Somehow, even though it was front page news everywhere at the time, I mean, people were, sort of battling to get seats inside the courtroom every moment of the case. The New York Times literally had 6 to 12 pages of coverage every day for weeks. And this is also in the lead up to World War I. Really interesting how that intersects with the book, the lead up to World War I.
And I love the dedication. Your son, 6 years old.
To my son, Everett. Yep. And I just recently, that's Everett and I at Sagamore Hill at Roosevelt's home. So I took him there to teach him a little history. And I'll say that when we got there, he wasn't that excited. But by the time we left, he was quoting things that happened there. He was very interested in what happened to the Roosevelt kids, and so because there were kids' rooms. So anyway, it was great.
We'll read the book one day. Dan,
I
thanks
hope
for coming
so.
in. Theodore Roosevelt for the Defense, available right now. Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.